Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 3 in season number 8 of the NOFSRL Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's the Diamond in the Desert, and it's the Braille Battery 454 laps of action around this mile-and-a-half racetrack in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we begin the West Coast swing here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and this year the West Coast swing is exactly the same as in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, because next week we're at Phoenix, and the week after that we're at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. So, schedule's lining up a lot more with the real-life NASCAR schedule this year, but that doesn't mean anything at all. It's going to be just as exciting, and I'm looking forward to this one, and I'm alongside Trey Wright for this race. Last year we had a side-by-side finish in this event, and this race has been one of the more exciting mile-and-a-half races we get all season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Of course, a lot of the mile-and-a-half races we get in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series are very exciting, but this one in particular is really good. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how exciting do you think this race today is going to be, considering we got a veteran and a lot of rookies starting behind him?
Well, I'd say compared to last year's race, I'd say it's good. We're shaping up to have a really good race, because last year's race, there was a lot of passing, there was a lot of grouped out. It wasn't spread out like in real NASCAR. There was 3 and 4 wide. There was a lot of dogfights, little small battles happening. So I'd say it's going to be about the same. New Camaro for the Chevys will handle, but I'd say we're in for a really good show. So grab your popcorn, grab your mellow yellow, and let's do this thing.
Official soda of NASCAR, official soda of the NOFSRL, excuse me. We're not NASCAR, we're better than that. But either way, we're here at Las Vegas for race 3 of the season. These guys are just starting to get their gears rolling, and so far, the first 2 winners of the season didn't even race at all in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series last year. But how about Josh Marzak and Nathan Baird? The top 2 in points. Nathan Baird has the top position as a rookie in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Only his second ever start in the series. And he gets the victory at one of the toughest places, Atlanta. And not only that, he dominated that thing for Atlanta standards and did a great job last week in the SunTrust 500. 85 points towards the championship for him. Josh Marzak is 13 points behind after winning the Daytona 500. John Andrews looking pretty solid. He is 14 points behind. Michael Canto is 15 points behind. And how about rookie Silas Orta? He's been another rookie that has shown a lot of promise this season. Driving for Beast Racing, he is 17 points behind coming into this race. Still have 26 races left to go. The season used to be 26 races long. Not anymore, it's 28 races long, but either way, these guys are ready to go here at Las Vegas, and we're going to get these guys to roll off with Mr. Garrett Sydnor. Starting on the pole in the number 16, and he won this race back in season number 3 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, so watch out for him. He really, really, really wants to break that 4-season winless streak. It's the second longest losing streak in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and this would be a great place for him to break it for Dirk Motor Racing. He's alongside rookie Mark Davidson in number 95. He's shown some promise as a rookie driver. He's done some things over in the Turkey Hill Series last year. He got a couple of wins. He's a pretty good driver in his rookie season of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Row number 2, not row number 3, the 33 of Wyatt Quayle will be starting alongside the 97 uncharted driver Stephen Thompson. Great run in qualifying for Wyatt Quayle after he had his issue at the Atlanta Motor Speedway last week as he hit the wall. Row number 3, we got Andrew Ross and the season 6 winner here at Las Vegas of Cody Sill, Christian Master, and Ace Garcia. A couple of veterans there in row number 4, Diego Pez and Daniel McMillan. McMillan is last in the points with only 7 total points in the first 2 races, but he has been qualifying very well in these races so far this season. So watch out for McMillan. He's a good driver. He's going to have a good shot at winning this race today, along with the other 41 drivers in the field, because anything is possible in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Garrett Sydnor, Mark Davidson. Let's get this race started from Vegas, baby. It's the Braille Battery 400. Garrett Sydnor is going to lead lap 1. That's a bonus point towards the championship for him. It's a big race for Garrett Sydnor. He is deep in the points after 2 races, just like Daniel McMillan. And a race win would mean a lot towards that championship. Top 2 have pulled away. Wyatt Quayle to the inside for the race lead on lap 2.
I predict Wyatt Quayle, he's going to have a great run, and he's actually going to be my pick to win this race because he started 3rd in the race. And if you remember last season, John Stewart, not John Andrews, started in the same position. He was pretty consistent all day, and he ended up winning the race. So Wyatt Quayle, he's my pick to win the Braille Battery 400.
You see the fall off there on that outside lane. Garrett Sydnor shot it up the racetrack and lost 2 positions through the corner as Andrew Ross and Christian Master finished 3rd at Atlanta last week, and he's a pretty solid driver, I know that much. Of all these guys in the field, he's got quite a bit of experience compared to a lot of them, and he's going to take 2nd away from Andrew Ross there as Sydnor moves to the inside. But very interesting point there about Wyatt Quayle starting 3rd. Of course, last year's winner John Stewart also started 3rd. And John Stewart was a rookie just like Wyatt Quayle, won in his 3rd ever start. And that might happen with Wyatt Quayle here today in number 33. Now, when it comes to pit stops in this race, I expect only 1 set of pit stops here today at Las Vegas, only unless we get a caution early on and they decide to come down then. But it's going to be a 1-stop race. We're using 2X on the pit stops this season. We're using fewer pit stops because we had so many issues with pit stops last season. We don't want those issues to arise again. So it's only going to be a 1-stop race for these guys here at Vegas. So they got to do the passing on the racetrack, and these guys are really pushing it up top. How about Tristan Allen? He's won here before in the trucks. And I was talking to Trey Wright. He's got the longest losing streak in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series at 128 races. That is longer than anyone in the history of this series. Even Stuart Gratton's winless streak and Jesse Turner's winless streak were not that long. Tristan Allen has never won in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. I'll say it again, but here he is in the top 10 right now, moving his way up with his teammates Zachary Fitzwater and Seth Cole behind him in the number 83. And for the lead, Garrett Sydnor back to the inside of Wyatt Quayle. Looks like he's going to do it on lap 6.
Hey, maybe luck might be on Tristan Allen's side. This is the 3rd race of the season, and he did break a camshaft last year's race, I think, and cause a big pileup, but I think he's due. He's way due. He's overdue.
He definitely is. How about Sebastian Kukalan, rookie driver? And I think of all the rookies, this guy might be the strongest of them, at least coming into the season. Of course, Nathan Baird has shown a lot of strength on the racetrack this season, but prior to this season, coming into this season, I think Sebastian Kukalan looked like one of the strongest guys. Turkey Hill Series champion last year, did pretty good in the Truck Series last year, especially at the end of the Truck Series last fall. Started racking up those good finishes late in the going. And he is 3rd right now, right behind Garrett Sydnor, pushing Sydnor to the inside of Wyatt Quayle. Wyatt Quayle's led the most laps so far in this race. He's not going to be the leader anymore. Sydnor will clear on lap 8. And the pole sitter's back up front here at Las Vegas. This is a huge, huge race for Garrett Sydnor, the 2nd longest losing streak in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series at 97 races. So it's almost 100 for Garrett Sydnor. He does not want it to reach 100, and he is right now leading here at Las Vegas. These guys bunching up a little bit. Kukalan, Wyatt Quayle side by side, Davidson, Yepez side by side. Here's Fitzy, and here's Seth Cole and Tristan Allen. They're all in a pack right up front here at Las Vegas. 3 wide as Fitzy goes to the inside of Mark Davidson and Wyatt Quayle for the 2nd position. Actually, sorry, that's the 3rd position, but still. Great move there by Fitzwater, but they're going to bump into each other. Oh, my!
Oh, what a save!
How about that for Zachary Fitzwater? He got into Mark Davidson. He got clipped, but he saved it. Nathan's right. He isn't called the God of Enthusiasm 3 for nothing. He is right now 4th in the number 9 and still in this thing, but Tristan Allen took advantage of that one, moved up to the 3rd position in the number 3. What a move there by Zachary Fitzwater, keeping it together in the number 9. And if he wins this race, that's the move of the race right there on lap 9 of the event. For the lead, Sebastian Kukalan on the back bumper of Garrett Sydnor. Sydnor has led the past 3 laps. Kukalan's looking to get his first laps led of the season, get a bonus point towards the championship right there. Kukalan is definitely a threat for the championship in my opinion. He could be the first ever rookie champion in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. I'd expect him to do some good things this season. And right now, he's doing some good things, running 2nd right behind the 8-season veteran.
Gonna go to the inside of Garrett Sydnor, that's his name. But I still can't, even though that was just a couple laps ago, I still can't get over how incredible that move by Zachary Fitzwater was.
And not only that, he's pulled away from Mark Davidson, so good run for Fitzwater. And for the lead, Sebastian Kukulon's going to take it away from Garrett Sydnor. So, looks like Kukulon's going to be doing good. How about Tristan Allen, guys? He started 17th in this race. I said in qualifying that moving away from the back to the front was difficult. Well, Tristan Allen made it look easy. He's up to second. And now he's got help from his teammate Zachary Fitzwater to the inside of Sebastian Kukulon for the lead. No, he's going to file right behind him. And Fitzwater's going to go ahead and take second after that brilliant move he made. He almost got crashed by Mark Davidson. That's going to allow Kukulon to pull away. And you see this type of racing here at Las Vegas. They get side by side. The leader can pull away here. And we did not see that at Atlanta, but obviously they are much more spread out here in this race than they were at Atlanta last week. Christian Master runs 5th. Wyatt Quayle's fallen to 6th. How about Julius Anderson? Shout out to this guy running in the top 10. Mark Davidson's fallen back a little bit. Here's Cody Sill, the season 6 winner. He won that race on fuel strategy. Will we see that here today? It's going to have to depend on a caution. I don't think we're going to see that, and we're not really going to see that too much this season. And this guy behind him can be very thankful for that. Last season, it happened like 3 times where he ran out of gas a couple laps before the end of the race. And he lost Martinsville because of that, and he lost Rockingham because of that. He just did not have a good season. But he's now in the top 10, number 77. That is Jesse Turner, the first ever winner on Napa Fan, moving his way through the field. Some other guys back in here. Jonathan Skibnicki just outside the top 10 here. Jalarvin Alonso, Sporting New Scheme, and Josh Marzak, your guy, Daytona 500 winner. Gabriel Wanderley in Season 4 won the Daytona 500 and then won this race. So it might be the same for Josh Marzak in the 34.
That just might be the case, but that, as we can see, Kukulon still running out front, but you got the 2 Beast Racing drivers behind him that might try to work together and do a shake and bake kind of move and get out to the front as Fitzwater goes to the inside of Tristan Allen.
Now, while Tristan Allen has never won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race before, he is one of the best drivers on Napa Fan. I think he's top 5 on all-time wins on this channel, and even Fitzwater is, I know Fitzwater's top 10. And this guy is the all-time winningest driver on Napa Fan with 19 career wins. Like, all these guys, even Kukulon, for all that he's done, I think he has at least 4 wins on Napa Fan. There are a lot of wins between the top 5 drivers. It is a solid top 5 right now here at Las Vegas. We've only had 3 different leaders in this race. And Kukulon, oh, a problem on Nathan Stapleton. And it looks like that just recently happened as well. I don't know if it was an accident or an internal issue, but that's a tough break for Stapleton. He started last in this race. Looks like that's where he's going to finish here today at Las Vegas.
Tough break. Stapleton has at the beginning of the season, he wrecked out at Daytona, and he had a pretty bad performance at Atlanta, and that's just going to keep him just drop like a stone in the points. And he did wreck out in qualifying. Had to go a backup car, and he started last, so...
Yeah, this is a tough break all in all for Nathan Stapleton. Not his weekend in that number 28 machine, no question about it. But Martinsville's coming up. That's where he got his win last year, so watch out for him. Here's Christian Master. He's been a pretty solid guy these past couple of weeks. Like I said, he finished 3rd at Atlanta. He's right now 3rd here at Vegas to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater. It's a great move there by the number 7. Trying to take it away from the veteran driver. Of course, Master's a veteran driver. Did not race last year, but he has definitely come on this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup. Just how about Julius Anderson? Great run for him. And he is currently running in the 5th position. Wyatt Quayle's up to 6th. And you got Cody Sill. Jesse Turner is in the top 10. Jonathan Skibnicki to the inside of his teammate Garrett Sydnor. On the downfall, falling to 10th in the number 16. Tough break for Sydnor. Starting to lose some grip on that race car. Like I said, we've only had 3 different leaders, Sebastian Kukulon, Wyatt Quayle, and Garrett Sydnor. But it has been an exhilarating race so far. These guys closing in fast. And watch out for Tristan Allen here. I mean, 128 races. I wouldn't be surprised if he has that number taped to his dash here today, reminding him of how many races he's been in that he hasn't won. And And right in front of him is the lead in a race where there's only going to be one pit stop. This is the huge opportunity for Tristan Allen into the inside on lap 21 of Sebastian Kukulon for the race lead. Kukulon's going to go high, and they're side by side for the race lead here at Las Vegas.
This is going to cause Christian Master to enter this battle, so we got a three-way battle for the lead, which I know it might not seem entertaining at the time, but is way better than the leader just pulling away and having like a 5-second lead.
It definitely is, but I think I gotta be honest, I like this better than the constant passing we get in Atlanta. A lot more strategic, and you still don't know what's gonna happen. Not as unpredictable, but not as predictable. I like a good balance, and that's what we got here at Vegas. It's what we usually get here at Vegas, and that's why I really like this place. And Tristan Allen, bonus point there for him as he leads a lap here at Las Vegas. Christian Master, Sebastian Kukulon, Julius Anderson, and Wyatt Quayle. I am surprised, and knock on wood here, we have not had a caution yet in this race, and we had at least 2 wrecks last year in this thing. We had 2 wrecks at Atlanta. Do you think this thing's going to go caution-free, or do you have to knock on wood?
I'd say I'm going to knock on wood right here. If you can hear that at all.
Was that wood, or was that something else? Is that plastic?
That was a Jenga block I just knocked on.
Okay, that's wood. That is wood. So, yeah, we'll have to hope for no yellow. I don't want to see anybody wreck. The only guy who's had a problem in this race so far has been Nathan Stapleton. 7 laps down out of the race right now, number 28. But everybody else is still on the lead lap here at Vegas. And this is going to be a very tough race on these guys. We're going to have to see when the pit stops begin here. It's going to be past halfway. But how do you think those pit stops are going to affect who wins the race here today at Las Vegas?
Well, I'd say just have a really fast pit stop and just hope you don't get caught speeding or anything like that, as Christian Master is going to draft off the back end of Tristan Allen and try and go for the lead.
Christian Master in the number 7. I mentioned Zidell Motorsports is the last 3-car team that returned from last year to not have a victory in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Your team, American Motorsports, finally got that monkey off your back at the Daytona 500 with Josh Marzek, but Zidell Motorsports, the last 3-car team to get a victory in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And how about Christian Master? Of course, Nicholas Hamadia, Roger Ray have been on the team since the beginning of last year. Master's new to the team, and he hasn't raced since Season 6. And here he is to the inside of Tristan Allen for the race lead. Allen's up the racetrack, and Master got the run of the inside, and hello. I'm an idiot when it comes to pit strategy. They're coming down now, and right at halfway. We got ourselves an interesting situation here, folks. Sebastian Kukulon, he's down. A lot of guys are down right there, and the pit strategy is beginning. Christian Master, the race leader. Julius Anderson, second. Tristan Allen, third. You see all the guys down. Carter Friesen has some damage in the 68. Looks like he hit the outside wall at some point. You see all these guys came down. Quite a few guys. Garrett Sydnor also came down. I think they're all going to get some fresh Goodyears on their race machines. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop for all these guys. And here come the other guys, or here come some other guys who came along with Kukulon. Wyatt Quayle, Sebastian Kukulon coming off the pit lane side by side. You got to watch out for these guys as they're coming off side by side. Want to make sure they do not wreck. Here come the race leaders. There's Tristan Allen. He's in his pit stall now. John Anderson's coming down. There's Matthew Phillips. There's Christian Master in the 7. It almost looks like Master went 2 tires. And I might be wrong about that. He's going to surpass Tristan Allen. And Allen, a slow stop on the number 3 machine. Not at all what Tristan Allen needed. He's going to fall through the field. We're going to have to see where this all cycles through. There is Christian Master, and I would expect this to be a pretty good battle as Kukulon comes by. Here's Wyatt Quayle. Hello, I'm faster than you. To the inside of Sebastian Kukulon for the 3rd position. It's a number in between 2 and 4, man. And Christian Master is going to come through with the race lead at the end of the cycle, and that was right at halfway. Do you think some of these guys are going to have to make another stop before the end of the race, or do you think they'll be able to stretch it and make it to the end?
I'd say if we don't get any yellows, they should be able to stretch it to the end.
But 2, if they get a yellow, they'll have the opportunity to top off. So, all right, we'll go with that and hope that that's it. No yellows yet in this race. Christian Master leads the field in the number 7. Julius Anderson, Wyatt Quayle, Sebastian Cuculon, and Cody Sill. How about Trey Bartow? Heartbreak at Atlanta as he was running up front late in the going, and surprise, surprise, the guy that completely screwed him out of the victory, Jesse Turner, on the number 77, is right to the inside of him. Those two guys have a lot of respect for each other, though. They've been around since the beginning of the series, and you know they're not going to take it too seriously, but I'm sure Bartow would love to beat that 77 here today. But Bartow getting passed on the outside there as Friesen and Skivnicki go to the inside of him, along with Eric Gillard and Alonso. I do believe Carter Friesen is a lap down. Yeah, he had to repair that damage on the number 68 machine, and that affected him. He's a lap down now on the number 68, but I'm surprised at how clean this race has been, as we had a pass for the lead, and Julius Anderson has taken it away from Christian Master, Wyatt Quayle, and Sebastian Cuculon.
Starting to think, because we saw the damage. He had a tire donut on that right side panel of that 68 car. I'm starting to wonder if he might have gotten into Nathan Stapleton. Stapleton might have spun out near the back and gone below the racing surface and not triggered a caution. So,
yeah, we'll have to see. I think Friesen's incident happened after Stapleton's. I mean, Friesen is a lap down right now, mixing it up with the leaders. And I just don't know how this race is going to play out. Will we have another set of pit stops in this thing? I was a little surprised. I thought we'd have about like a 40-lap fuel window, but like I said, I'm an idiot when it comes to pit strategy, and that was definitely not the case, but it was right at halfway. So some of these guys, I think Julius Anderson, Christian Master, they came past halfway, or they crossed the line on the pit lane right at halfway, so we're just going to have to see how this all goes down. We've seen this happen. This is what happened in 2016, or in season number 6, which was actually 2017. That's how Cody Sill got his victory here at Las Vegas in season number 6. It was a fuel strategy race. The leaders came down, and he was able to stay out the entire way and win the thing. And hello, hello, Cody Sill is right now running in the 5th position. So do you think Cody Sill's going to have something to say about this? Because he's done the strategy before. If it comes down to being a strategy race, will Cody Sill have the advantage?
I'd say probably so, because to me, personally, fuel strategy, that's always, it's not always like the best thing for the sport, but it's always an exciting thing to watch, like what kind of strategy everyone's on, who's going to make it.
Watch out for this. Ooh, boy.
That was close.
That was another close call for Fitzwater, not as close as the one earlier. You got to think, I mean, these guys are definitely loose. They're sliding up the racetrack. You know, there very well could be a yellow in this race. By the way, when I mentioned Tristan Allen, fell back to 18th. A very slow stop on that number 3 as he was leading this thing for a majority of the event. That's just the story of Tristan Allen's career. I mean, a lot of times he's been running up front, has a shot at the victory, and then something happens to him. Looks like it might be 129 heading into Phoenix next week for Tristan Allen, but I really, really, really want to see that guy get a win before this season is done. How about Skivnicki? Jonathan Skivnicki back for the first time since Season 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He is now in the 6th position. Trey Bartow getting around Zachary Fitzwater. You know Bartow's hungry for a race win. He's got another long streak in this series. It's been since Season 5 at Boston, all of Season 6 and all of Season 7. Let's think about the 5 races, the end of season number 5. So, if you count all that up, it's about 60 races for Trey Bartow. That's quite a bit, about 62 races for him. So, watch out for him to possibly close in on the race leaders. Of course, these guys, Cody Sill, Jonathan Skivnicki, Trey Bartow, they're a couple seconds off the race lead. Christian Master got back around Julius Anderson, but Anderson's back to the inside of Master. Cuculon's here as well in the 13. Drafting right up on Julius Anderson. Lap 37, lap 38 now of 54. This race is flying by because we haven't had any yellows. Master's going to fall to 3rd, but I'm telling you, it's a very strategic race here at Las Vegas, and it's anybody's game because of when those pit stops were.
Sorry, had to mute it there real quick, but as we can see Julius Anderson, he's out front.
Here comes Christian Master. Back to the inside for 2nd. Lost the lead there to Julius Anderson. Got a question for you. Do you think Cody Sill and these guys are going to close in on the race leaders?
It's possible if they can get together and get a draft going. It's possible to catch up to those guys.
Carter Friesen is a lap down, I will say that much. How about Michael Canto? He's moved his way inside the top 10. Patrick Smith is now 11. Fitzwater's fallen back to 12. Daniel McMillan runs in the 13th position. Roger Ray, Silas Orta, Mitchell Henderson in the number 25. Stephen Thompson, Mark Davidson, Tristan Allen, and John Andrews in the car that won this race last year, with now only 15 laps to go at Las Vegas. These guys, they're about to hit lap traffic, and that is Fisher G in the number 6. Julius Anderson leads the field. They got to watch out for getting around this number 6 machine. They got to be careful here at Las Vegas.
Yeah, lap traffic. I believe that's what screwed over Trey Bartow last week. And yeah, Jonathan Masters, you got the Jaws team playing. You know, it's his time.
It is. Christian Masters only won one career Chick-fil-A Cup Series race game at Pocono in season number 4. But an opportunity for him in Zidell Motorsports. This is the big thing. Zidell Motorsports has never won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race before. Today could be the day here in what is so far a caution-free race at Las Vegas. I'm a little bit surprised by this, but you know what? We're getting a good race. And it's anybody's game, like I said. They came down halfway. I don't know who's going to be able to make it and who's not, because they should be able to save just enough to make it. I mean, I just don't know. Just don't know. Like Trey said, he didn't think it's going to be an issue, only unless we got a caution, of course. And of course, if we do, they will top off on fuel and maybe get some tires. But it doesn't look like we're going to get a caution in this race. This has a very green flag look to it. So I'm thinking we might be one of these top 4 with the race victory here today at Las Vegas. Cody Sill and these guys, they keep on battling. How about Alonso taking it 3 wide? He's tired of being stuck behind the lap machine of Carter Friesen. He's going to get a position on Jonathan Skibnicki. That is for the 6th position. Great run for Alonso. You know, last season was supposed to be his retirement season. You know what? Pulled a Mark Martin, pulled a Michael Schumacher, pulled every driver who said they were going to retire and came back. We got almost 3 wide again, but they keep it together. Trey Bartow and Jesse Turner have been battling a lot lately, but it is great to see Alonso get a good run here at Vegas. Driving for GL Racing, single car team. But he's right now running 6 with Skibnicki, Bartow, Turner. I mean, we got a lot of veterans running up front. The only 2 rookies are Wyatt Quayle and Sebastian Kukulon. And Wyatt Quayle is pushing Christian Master to the lead, coming to 10 laps to go at Vegas.
It'll be side by side, 2 by 2. All 4 of these guys are together, and they still haven't gotten past Fisher G. So I'm wondering if Fisher G is just going to toy with them. He's not as slow, so
I think that's a good thing too. Fisher G is able to stay ahead of these guys and not affect the race lead, so we'll have to see. There goes Christian Master to the lead. You know, this is a big opportunity. None of these guys, except for Kukulon, because he did actually make a couple starts as one of the Turkey El Hot Seat guys, but none of these 4 guys even raced last season. Now, the top 2 have prior experience in other seasons, but you know, this is the first time in the custom era that they are up front with a shot at winning the race. So Christian Master now leading the field for Zidell Motorsports. Then it's Hamel Racing Enterprises and Julius Anderson. You got to really give a huge shout out to Julius Anderson because, you know, he hasn't really been around as of late. Comes back, and now he's got a shot at a Chick-fil-A Cup Series victory. I don't think he's ever won a race in this series before. So a huge opportunity for the number 22 team. Christian Master, he's the most experienced of all these guys. Master was in the first ever Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. You know he's good. He's just got to hold off these guys, and they're all hungry for a race win here at Las Vegas.
Single file, and I'd say within the next couple of laps, Julius Anderson is going to try and get a run on that number 7 and peek to the inside. He's already doing so.
Master getting the run on the outside lane. He's holding on pretty good. They are slightly closing in on Fisher G. With this single file line, they're going a little bit faster, and they're able to close in on Fisher G here. I don't know, will he be a problem for these race leaders? Everybody else, they're still 3 seconds behind. Cody Sill's actually fallen off. He's not near as fast as those guys are. So Cody Sill right now on 5th. Alonso and Skibnicki have closed right up on him. Trey Bartow is 8th. Michael Canto. And now Patrick Smith, lone engine. Oh, that is just depressing. The veteran driver, the sophomore driver, I should say, and we might, oh my goodness, Jesse Turner, he was right behind him. He's going to lose a ton of ground. And we're in a window now. If we get a caution, the race is going to end. So we don't want a caution, guys. That's a tough break for Patrick Smith. North State Racing, they were running top 10 here at Las Vegas. It is going to be a 40th place finish for the number 66. And Christian Master lost the lead. Julius Anderson now out front with 5 laps to go in the Braille Battery 400.
So I thought there might have been a caution, so he slowed down or got trapped on the outside, but that's huge for Julius Anderson.
Tough break for Jesse Turner. He fell all the way back to 18th. Got to give a shout out to Tristan Allen. He's moved up a little bit. He's up to 13th now. That's a very respectable run either way. And in a strict points championship, that's what you want, is all those good runs, as many good runs as you possibly can get. And Christian Master fell back to 4th there. It's now 4 laps to go. Julius Anderson still out front. These guys, I think they're worrying about fuel here. It's going to be interesting. How about Wyatt Quayle? He hasn't been in the lead since the beginning of the race. He's right now running in 2nd. Do you think he might close in on Julius Anderson, or is Julius Anderson going to drive away with this thing?
Well, Julius Anderson, he might get held up a little bit by Fisher G. So Wyatt Quayle, he was my pick to win the race. So we had a side-by-side finish last season. I'm predicting we're going to have another one this season.
We might. 3 laps to go in the Braille Battery 400. Caution-free here at Las Vegas. But in all honesty, very refreshing, especially after the speed weeks we had. Very fast race, so sorry you guys didn't get to see much racing here today, or at least the effect of much racing. I mean, you're going to get, 80 miles of racing here today no matter what. But I think we're in store for a good run here to the finish. Anybody coming down as we have 2 laps to go? They're 3 wide back in here. Trey Bartow to the inside of Skimnicki and Alonso. Bartow is just not caring anymore. He wants to win. I mean, he's not going to get the win, but he wants to get as good of a run as he can to make up for what happened to him at Atlanta last week. And he's in the top 10. He's going to get a top 10 run here today no matter what. And Wyatt Quayle to the lead. Why do we always do this? It's going to be the white flag for Wyatt Quayle. Here at Las Vegas, we missed the pass for the lead. As you can tell, we're very professional in what we do. But this thing is far from over. Here comes Sebastian Kukulon. He's stuck in a side draft with Fisher G. That might do it. And Julius Anderson was not able to hold off Wyatt Quayle here at Las Vegas. And your pick to win from the 3rd starting position. That is the magic number here at Vegas. Is he coming down? No, he is not. Wyatt Quayle, rookie driver for Full Frontal Motorsports, will get the win in the Braille Battery 400. Sebastian Kukulon finishing 2nd, and Julius Anderson just got nipped at the line by Christian Master. I thought they were coming down there. They weren't. I think everybody made it except for Trey Bartow. Oh, that's just stupid.
That's a slap in the face to that 4 team.
They ran out of gas at the end, had to come down. They were running top 10. And Bartow right there, that's his official finish at the line. Unbelievable. But there's your race winner, Wyatt Quayle. I gotta apologize, we did not get the final pass for the lead. We're gonna show that to you right now. We would like to apologize for missing this. It should never have happened. But Wyatt Quayle got to the quarter panel of the 22, and he had help from Fisher G. They had both passed him, and right there down the backstretch, he had the advantage entering turn number 3, and Wyatt Quayle, that is a huge rebound from what happened to him in Atlanta last week, and he's going to get the victory here today at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This has been... We don't get races like this too often in the Chick-fil-A coverage where they're caution-free at a mile and a half. Usually we get a wreck at these places every time, but we did not here today. Either way, we had a lot of passing for the lead, and we really didn't know who was going to win to the end. And right at the end, Trey Bartow had to come down the pit for fuel. I mean, I cannot believe it. Brad Stover also had to do that, and Andrew Ross. So 3 guys could not make it to the end. Like you said, you had a heart attack when those guys were coming down there, or appeared to be coming down. They fortunately did not. And there was the pass for the lead. Wyatt Quayle gets it done. We apologize for missing that, but we weren't thinking about that when we were looking back in the field there. But either way, how about Mr. Quayle? Third career start in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, the second rookie to win a race this season. We have a lot of veterans this season, and they have not really done too much. We have yet to have a driver who raced in Season 7 win a points race this season. That says a lot about those veteran drivers. They're not doing too good this year. But Wyatt Quayle is. After that disappointing run in Atlanta, the Sun Trust machine gets it done at Vegas. Wyatt Quayle the winner as a rookie, Sebastian Kukulon in second. How about the rookies this season, man? They have been doing an excellent job. Will this season be the first season we get a rookie champion?
Oh, I'd say, I mean, like, judging by, like, everyone's losing, the veterans losing streaks, Sydnor, Bartow, Allen, they've had, like, really bad losing streaks. It's because all the younger drivers, like the rookies, like Wyatt Quayle and, definitely not Elijah Gordon, he's not a rookie, but, John Andrews, John Stewart, I made the mistake again, John Stewart, Brad Stover, they were rookies last year, they completely dominated everything. So, the rookies, they're new talent.
Yeah.
It's the young guns in the early 2000s again. It's all over again.
I mean, the young guns are getting hard to beat here. I mean, Turner, Bartow, these guys are just starting to wash out. I mean, it's amazing just how realistic it kind of is. I mean, those guys have been racing so long, and eventually with a lot of veterans, like, you know, a good example is Jimmy Johnson, they just don't do as well at the end of their careers. And I don't think Bartow and Turner are going anywhere, but I mean, with Bartow, like, what the heck? I mean, you were running top 10, and after what happened to him last week, this is just not the way you want to start the season. I mean, Bartow very excited coming to Titan Fury Motorsports and all that. I hate it for him. I really do. I really wanted to see Bartow finally break that losing streak last week. It didn't happen for him. I mean, still congratulations to Nathan Baird, but oh my goodness, Bartow's the new Turner. This happened to Turner a lot where, you know, he was up front, had a good run going for him, and then lost it because he had to come down the pit lane. And that's what happened to Bartow here today. That's just unfortunate.
Miscalculation on the pit box.
Yeah.
And we see Nathan Stapleton. He did get involved in an accident.
The same happened to Andrew Ross and Brad Stover at the end. They were the only guys who came down. And Nathan Baird, our points leader, finished 35th. We're going to have a new points leader at the end of the day. It might be Wyatt Quayle. I don't know about that. I don't know where Wyatt Quayle was in the points. But either way, you know, it all happened so fast. It doesn't even feel like the race happened. But hey, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And that's what we saw here today at Las Vegas. A caution-free race. You know, we definitely saved these teams a lot of money, and I appreciate that out of these guys. But wasn't what we were expecting at all, but it was still a really good race up front. And rookie driver Wyatt Quayle, I mean, give him a lot of credit. He raced a very professional race here today. He started third, like you said. That's the magic place to start. Ran up front to begin with, fell back just a little bit, but he was in that lead draft, and he was able to take the lead away from Julius Anderson, as we saw there, and we didn't catch it live, and I hate that, but you know what? You guys did see it, and hey, you know, we're not making any money off of this, so why should we care? But either way, congratulations to Wyatt Quayle. What's the final thoughts on this one? I mean, caution-free race at Las Vegas. First time the Las Vegas race has ever gone caution-free in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series.
Well, personally, in real life, I am a big fan of, like, the exciting wrecks and everything, but, you know, this was actually a really good race. I mean, you don't have to have big accidents and people flipping and going in the catch fence to have a good race. I mean, there was a lot of jostling for position. We had a lot of lead changes. Really interesting, because, like, we're filming this the day of the Atlanta race. That wasn't very interesting. A whole lot for, like, at least up front. But I'd say this is a interesting race.
Yeah, like, I get what you're saying. You know, it was very interesting up front. We had a lot of passing for the lead, and I think, you know, what you're saying. We didn't see that in the Cup race today at Atlanta. But like I said, Ender 2003 in real life is different. These compressed races make these guys go all out the entire way through. The equal ratings make them go all out. There are different scenarios we get here than we do in real life, so it's kind of hard to compare at times, but I get what you're saying. It was a good race considering it was caution-free, and hey, congratulations to Wyatt Quayle on the victory. Full Frontal Motorsports, William Brock getting the win. That's actually technically in their way. It's their second win of the season. They actually Got Diego Pez in victory lane in the Smooth Fest, so they're off to a pretty good start this season. And yeah, congratulations to those guys. Chevy gets the win. I bet you didn't see that coming there. Wyatt Quayle wins it. Sebastian Cuculon, Christian Master, Julius Anderson, Cody Sill, Jonathan Skibnicki, great run for him. Herjo Larvin Alonso, Michael Canto, Roger Ray, and Tristan Allen did rebound the 10th. Still a great day for Tristan Allen either way, and that'll help him in the point standings. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching here today from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Next week it's Phoenix for the Casual 500K. It wasn't that long ago when we raced it last time. Zachary Fitzwater, defending winner of that race, so that'll be fun. We also have the second race in the Haas IndyCar Series coming up next week as well, so watch out for that. That'll be fun for the Phoenix Grand Prix. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. On behalf of Trey, right here are the point standings for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series after 3 races, and congratulations once again to Wyatt Quayle and his victory here at Las Vegas. So yeah, we'll see you next week at Phoenix for the Casual 500K, and that is it for me. I will see you guys later.
Cause we're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. Party cause we're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon.